Hey everybody, it's Army Princess here and welcome back to my channel. So, if you want to know what I wish I would have known before I went to basic training, then keep on watching. Welcome to my life as I live it. I'm Army Princess, the mother, wife, and soldier, and I want to share this journey with you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss a moment of it. Hey everybody, so before I even get started in this video, I want to put this disclaimer out that I went to basic training over 10 years ago. So basic training has changed, and I usually don't like to do videos on basic training, what encompasses basic training, what happens in basic training, because basic training has changed from when I joined the military over 10 years ago. But I do like to share my experiences with you all, and I do know that maybe some of these things are still going on in basic training. If they are, make sure you definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you know somebody that's been through these things, or you've been through them yourself, or you got even family and friends that are about to go off in basic training, definitely let me know in the comment section below, because it could be beneficial. And then for the people who are watching, who are about to go into the military, the army, they may need to, they may need to know these things. These things might help them. So these are things that I wish I would have known when I went to basic training. So when I went away to basic training, and I spoke about this in other videos, I did not know that we had to wear our hair back in a ponytail. It's just something that I never thought about it, because nobody ever told me that that's how you wear your hair. So when I got to basic training, you know what I mean, it wasn't that I wanted to wear like out crazy styles and just have my hair doing whatever, but I just didn't know that I had to always wear it in a ponytail. And actually, when I was getting stuff ready to go to basic training, I went and bought the, you know how they have the ponytail holder, like the hair ties, and they come like on a loop, and it has like 20 of them, and they're like bright colors. I went and bought that because I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to tie my hair back, so let me get this big thing of ponytail holders to keep it back, not knowing that they had to be black or they had to match your hair color. So it's just something that I wish I would have known, just so I could be better mentally prepared for what my hair had to go through. And I think also when I went into basic training at the time, I had micro braids, and so my drill sergeant made me take them out, like in basic training. So for 3 days, me and some of my battle buddies stayed up. Like, you get personal time or personal hygiene time, after your day, to shower and get ready for bed and go to sleep. So we would stay up when lights went out, because they do turn the lights off, or at least they used to turn the lights off like around 9 o'clock or something like that, with lights out. And we would be in the dark trying to take my braids out, because he was like, y'all got 3 days to take them out. Excuse me, like, when do we have time to sit there and take down micro braids? But anyway, it was like 3 of them on my head. We stayed up for like an hour each night in the dark taking my braids down, and we got them down. And I wish I would have known that before I went to basic training. Please don't ask me as far as hair regulations now, because it has changed. You can wear braids, but I don't know. My drill sergeant was a douche back then, and he was very mean, and he made me take my braids out. I didn't appreciate that, because I paid a lot of money and I had just got them done to go to basic training. So speaking of things that I brought to go to basic training, my recruiter did tell me that I don't need a lot of clothes. So I had the clothes that I came in on, and I had a book bag, because they gave me a book bag when I enlisted. They gave me a book bag, and so I had like some clothes, some extra pants and stuff, outfit, whatever. And literally, once we got to reception, they took all of our civilian clothes that we had, the clothes we had on, took them, locked them up, and then we got issued our PTs. So we wore PTs that whole weekend, because I think I got there on a weekend. And then that Monday that we went to basic training, they took our bags, they locked our stuff up, and we wore our uniform. So I get this question sometimes: what do I need to bring as far as clothes and personal personal items when you go to basic training. Don't bring anything. You literally don't need to come with anything. And I know this for a fact is like something that's still going on. Come with the clothes you have on, and that is literally all you need, because once you get into basic training, you will go to the shop and they will give you money. It's your money out of your paycheck, but it's like a pay advance, and you get to buy all of the toiletry items you need. They issue you your uniform, your PTs and stuff like that. You can buy, you have to buy the socks from them, because you have to buy either white socks or black socks, or the green socks that you will wear in uniform. And then you will also buy underwear and bras from the shopette, because they want everyone to have the same thing, and all of them look alike. So I remember this girl that came in, and she had like this Victoria's Secret bra. She tried to keep it, and it was like you need to pack it up. So you literally do not need to bring anything. When I say you don't need to bring, like, well, you can bring a toothbrush, because there might be days that you have to stay in between. But as far as like a whole duffel bag or luggage, don't bring anything. You don't need it when you go to basic training. What else do I wish I would have known? So I wish I would have known that I needed to be physically fit, because I did work out with my recruiter. And for people that are joining or are planning on joining the military soon, make sure you work out with your recruiter. You can work out with your recruiter before you go into the military, because your recruiter knows the correct positions. They know how to do a correct push-up. They know how to do a correct sit-up. They can help you with correct form in your running, so that once you get to basic training, you're not doing the push-ups and sit-ups wrong. There's a certain way you have to hold your hands. It's just better, easier. It makes your life a little bit, smoother if you work out with your recruiter, to kind of get a feel for what you're going to be doing, what the PT test entails, the current PT test, because as a lot of you may or may not know, they are changing the PT test in 2020, and I got to get my mind right for this new PT test. But as of now, currently, your recruiter can show you what you need to do to get ready for the current PT test, and you can start to work out with them. You can start to get into shape with them, so that when you go into basic training and you have to pass that first PT test in reception, your body's not in shock. So I did work out a little bit with my recruiter, but I didn't ask the right questions. He didn't tell me that this is something I'm gonna be doing every single day. So yes. So I wish I would have known that I should have prepared to be physically fit before I came in to basic training. Other things that I didn't know is that I am going to meet people from all around the world in all walks of life. And this is kind of going into a different category of things I wish I would have known in basic training. But I want you all to know that when you go to basic training, if you have loved ones, family, and friends that are going to basic training, you need to be open-minded. You need to throw all of your ideas, all of your preconceived notions, all of your things that you were taught about a specific race or a specific ethnicity or a specific religion. You kind of need to put them in a little box and tuck them away, because you will literally meet people from all walks of life, and you get to know these people. You are with these people every single day during your basic training period. And if you walk into it already having a phobia or already having a negative mindset about a certain type of people, a certain color of people, a certain religion of people, it's going to affect you negatively, number one. It's going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt your platoon. It's going to hurt your company, because you may have to be paired up with this individual or these individuals. You may have to work with these individuals. You may have to sleep next to these individuals. And so you need to be open-minded. You need to be able to go in with a clear, open mind and embrace people that you may have never seen before. When I went to basic training, there was people that, I kid you not, had never seen a black person before. There was a female that had never taken a shower every day. Like, to her and her family and the way they grew up, I don't know if they wanted to conserve water or what the case was, but she was used to taking a shower once a week. And so she smelled. And you have to have a mindset, you know, you don't want to go in there like bullying people or picking with people or just thinking that you know that she's a nasty, dirty person, when you really have to dig deep. You really have to get to know people and understand and realize their background and their environment that they come from. It's not necessarily that she was dirty or she didn't like water. It was that she, in her upbringing, wasn't used to taking a shower every day. It's just something that was foreign to her. So you may meet people that, when I say come from literally all walks of life. There was a girl, I'll never forget her. She was like 20 years old, and she was like, this was my last resort. The state took away 2 of my kids already, and I was on crack, and I had to join the military to get my life together, to get my babies back. And I'm like, not that I was scared, but I'm like, some people had some rough lives. Like, there was a girl that came from a group home in New York, and she was abused every day, and she joined the military to get away. And not that I'm privileged or I had a silver spoon in my mouth, but I didn't come from that. I came from a suburban area where I went to private school, and I just never encountered any of that. So for these people, this was like, they're used to people yelling at them and used to having orders barked at them, and these people had to do this to survive. Meanwhile, I came in because I was bored. You know what I mean? So please be open-minded, and I wish I would have just known that going into it, because I would have been able to make more friends. And I made a lot of friends in the military and basic training, people that I still talk to this day. But for someone who is closed-minded, or they have certain beliefs and certain things that they can't open up and get to know their battle buddies once you all get together, it's going to really hurt you. So make sure that's something that you go into basic training with. What else do I have? The last thing that I wish I would have known before I went into basic training, and I always preach this even to my soldiers that are coming in, is to look out for your battle buddies. So a lot of people, when they come into basic training, some people know about the military or have military backgrounds, have family that come from the military, and some people don't. I was a case that I didn't. But basic training is, I don't want to say it's a game. It's a mental game, basically. So it is used to tear you down mentally and build you back up. So you, like I said, you got people coming from all walks of life, and everybody's going their own ways and doing their own things and used to doing their own thing, used to taking care of themselves. And now you get put into this controlled environment where you have to look out for your battle buddy to the left and to the right of you. And it's just hard to get everyone in that same mindset. So you will have drill sergeants barking at you. You will have certain orders and deadlines that are very, very hard to meet. But what it's doing is it's preparing you for the military life. It's preparing you for war. So I get people that ask, you know, basic training is so hard. And even me, when I came in, I thought it was hard. And I wish I would have known this coming in, because I would have been more apt and more able to learn more and to be able to take more in. But I was like, oh my God, they're going to yell at me and I'm going to get in trouble and I'm just scared. I don't know what's going to happen. But go into it knowing, and which is something that I wish I would have went into it knowing, that they cannot put their hands on you. They're not going to physically abuse you or hurt you. It's a mental game so that you can, in the end, be better. You will be trained, you will be proficient, you will be able to look out for your battle buddies, your peers, and if there's an emergency, if you go to war, if you get put in some type of environment, you have the skills and you have the necessary things that you need to save your life and save your battle buddy's life. So I don't want people to go into it thinking that it's just so hard and I just can't do it, and I'm not cut out for it, and I have soft skin and I just will never make it, and I can't deal with people yelling at me. That is not the case. If it's something you want to do and you're physically capable of making it through basic training, you can do it. And I always say this, the military is not for everybody. I don't suggest everybody sign up and join and go through it. It is not for everybody, but everybody and anybody can get through it if they want to. So if it's something that you really want to do, then you definitely can make it through basic training if you stay grounded, if you keep your mind focused on the reason why you came in there. It goes by so fast. It's not hard at all. I literally got 3 soldiers within 1 week, probably 3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago, I got 3 soldiers, and they all came in within 1 week of each other. And I asked them, because like I said, I went through basic training so long ago. Do you think basic training is hard? Like, do you really think it's hard? Because I wanted to let you all know. And they're like, sorry, nah, it ain't hard, it ain't hard. I could do it again. And that's how I feel. And I went through it 10 years ago. And people think, oh, back in the day, it was so hard. Probably back in the 90s. But I went through it in 2008. And it was not hard. Mentally, it's hard because you miss your family. And, you know, you are put in... you're put in positions, or you're put in scenarios that you've never been in before, and it could be hard. But as far as like, if I look back and be like, do I think it's just so hard that I don't know how I made it through? No, I would never say that about basic training. It's my opinion, but I really don't think it's that hard, and I think people can get through it. And I asked 3 of my soldiers that just got here 3 weeks ago, and two male and 1 female, and they told me, sorry, nah, it ain't hard. It's not hard at all. So I just want to leave you all with that. Those are things that I wish I would have known when I joined the military and went to basic training over 10 years ago. Some of them may or may not be relevant today. If they are or if they aren't, let me know down in the comment section, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Hey, if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, what are you waiting on? Go now.